Hello and welcome here to Talk SCB and welcome back to another video here, and we're going to be following on from that massive Hatem Ben Arfa story that broke yesterday, and it came out later on that evening that Nice president said that Barcelona were indeed in talks to sign Ben Arfa, and when Barcelona come in he said you really don't say no. So it's very interesting. It seems to be a developing story. Barcelona sources have also confirmed that they have been tracking Ben Arfa and they are one of the players they are looking at. A deal looks increasingly close. He'll join on a free transfer in the summer if it does happen, and we're going to be taking a closer look here at his goals, at his assists, at his crazy footwork, and his insane dribbling. So let's have a look now at some clips, and what we're going to be doing is taking a look at exactly what he would bring, something different, what he can do for us, what his strengths are, and exactly how far he has come on this season, because for Nice he's been absolutely outstanding. 17 goals and 5 assists in 32 appearances speaks for itself, and he needs no more introduction than that because it's been an absolutely fantastic season. And we're going to start here with some clips from his Newcastle United days, because a lot of people go on about Hatem Ben Arfa and when he went to the Premier League that he failed, that he had a bad attitude from the moment go, when that simply was not the case. That's what's being told now, that's what you hear, that's what the often people hear if you didn't actually watch him there, if you didn't actually follow his time there. When he arrived at Newcastle United, he was a breath of fresh air in that team. He scored one of the most iconic goals I have ever seen in the Premier League when he absolutely shredded the entire Bolton Wanderers team. And it was just something I think that absolutely, since the years have gone on, has actually been overreacted, because Hatem Ben Arfa there had some moments of magic. He really had some incredible highs at Newcastle. He scored some fantastic goals. He wasn't always blessed with the greatest team around him, but Newcastle, in one of the seasons he was there, one of the seasons where he really flourished, they finished 5th, and they had a really decent run in the Europa League. And then after that there was some problems with a manager, with Alan Pardew, and by the way, Ben Arfa wasn't the only player in that team that didn't get on with Alan Pardew, and in fact a lot of the Newcastle United fans didn't get on with Alan Pardew, so it wasn't such a Hatem Ben Arfa thing. No need to jump on him for that. Alan Pardew put him in the reserves, and obviously when something like that happens to a very good player, you're not going to react to it. So he didn't trade well, he didn't look after his body, and then before you know it, he was on loan at Hull City, and things are really spiralling out of control. But while you can have a go at his attitude, and while you can pinpoint his attitude as a reason why we shouldn't sign him, you've got to look at that attitude in a slightly different light now and say, look at what he's done this season. He was down, he was absolutely going nowhere in his career, and suddenly he's gone back to his native France. He's joined a club that weren't that good when he joined them. He's taken them into the European places, and he has absolutely taken his career to a different level this season. This is the best Hatem Ben Arfa we have ever seen. We've seen the potential when he was at Marseille, when he first joined the Premier League, and now we're seeing the Ben Arfa that we've always expected to, really come upon us and thrive on the world stage. Now, of course, you'll look at it and you'll say, it's Liga 1. How good are the players there? How good are the defenders he's playing against? But I mean, you look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you look at his goal record, a lot of people are commending him for that. So, while you may say that the opposition isn't of a great standard, you've still got to give him credit. What he does and what he's done for Nice this season is absolutely fantastic. I was talking on Twitter yesterday to a supporter who's a very big Nice fan, and he said that Hatem Ben Arfa is the best player he's ever seen at his club. He said that a lot of things that are said about him are absolutely wrong. He said he joined Nice, he had a great attitude, and what he said was he actually became a leader this season. He became a leader in that team because, of course, he's the main man. Everybody looks upon him to make something happen. And what he said, which was really interesting as well, that he was very good with the young players. Now, that is not somebody that looks to me to have a bad attitude. That's somebody who this season seems to have rediscovered his love for the game. And that is all it takes for a player like this who thrives on their instinct, who thrives on the ability to beat their man and make something out of nothing. All you need is that spark with the game, and Hatem Ben Arfa this season appears to have rediscovered that spark. He had it at times at Newcastle, he's had it throughout his career, but this season, for an entire season, he's been consistent. And there's people saying, oh, he's been injury prone, he's injury prone. Not really. He's had a hamstring injury this season, and that's about it. There's been no niggling injury. There's been no consistent problems with him. And I think the Nice fan also said to me yesterday, if we didn't have Hatem Ben Arfa this season, we would be in the relegation zone. And without him, we have struggled to win a single match. Now, that is incredible, really, for a player to go in there who is on his knees in football and to rise up and really stake a claim to that team and put himself back on the map. That takes a lot of hard work. That takes a lot of mental strength. And certainly when you join Barcelona, there's even chance for him to keep developing. You say, yes, he's 29 years old, but he's only just turned 29 a few months ago, 2 months ago or something like that. So he's still got time in his career. He's not somebody who relies on blistering pace. Of course, he has that pace, but that's not what he relies on. His close control, his instinct with the ball, his finishing, and one of the most important things, as you can see from some of these clips, his long-range strike is absolutely phenomenal. He has got that wand of a left foot, and one thing that we do lack massively in our team is somebody who is capable of taking something on from distance, doing something out of the ordinary. You've only got probably Ivan Rakitic, who actually shoots from range on a regular basis. Of course Messi can do it, of course Neymar can do it, Suárez as well, but they don't do it enough. You want somebody who in the last minutes of the game, if there's a bus parked, if there's a gap, have a go, take a chance, and we need somebody like that. And I do feel that bringing in Hatem Ben Arfa, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, he's going to displace Neymar in the team, he's going to be in our team every week. He's not going to be. It's as simple as that. If he joins, he's joining as a squad player. But that could suit him, because there's not going to be massive pressure on him every single week. There's not going to be fans banging on his door and really putting the pressure on him. He's going to be able to relax as a footballer. He's going to be able to take everything in his stride. He's going to learn from the players. You can't really understand how big that would be, going into a club with Messi, Neymar, Suárez, how much you're going to learn. Even at the age of 29, you can still learn in the game, and you can still develop your qualities. He's going to do that all the time, and I can see him improving as a player. And when he's coming off the bench, you can't tell me that you would rather Munir come off the bench or Hatem Ben Arfa on this season's showing. No doubt Munir's got long-term potential, no doubt that we've seen that a few times this season. But at the end of the day, when you're looking for depth in the squad, when you're looking for somebody to come on and make a difference, I know who I'd have in my team. Hatem Ben Arfa on a free transfer. It's something that does look good to us, both economically and on the pitch. Because I tell you what, if we can get him for nothing, that's a big position sorted out for us in the summer for no money at all. What we can then do is focus all our resources on defensive reinforcements, spend a load of money on a centre-back, spend a load of money on a left-back, because that's what we need. That's what we've needed for a number of years now. If we can get somebody in as a free agent who has quality, who's on form, who's had a fantastic season, yes, there are problems in the past with his attitude, but how long are you going to put that round his neck? Are you always going to be saying that about him? Because when Neymar came over, there was real fears that he would be too selfish, that he would want to be the number one, that he would have an ego problem. He met Lionel Messi, and straight away he said, I'm the number two. He was humble, he's unselfish, he gets assists now. People can change at different clubs, in different environments. People can change and adapt and become better players. It's happened to Neymar, it's happened to so many other different players where they've come into Barcelona and they've adapted to their environments. Admittedly, there are some who come in and they don't adapt. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he came in, he didn't adapt to our style, he didn't adapt to the mentality, and a year later, he was out of the door again. I think Ben Arfa, if he's coming as a free agent, he'll adapt. He'll want to make sure that he does everything in his power to make sure this is his one last chance. This is what everybody's been waiting for his entire career, to play for a club like this, to be part of a club like this. And I think what is really important with this is that Hatem Ben Arfa would be coming of his own accord. He would be coming knowing if he's signing on that dotted line as a free agent, he would know what his role is going to be. He's going to have to accept that he's going to play a squad role, but he will know there will be games throughout the season. We play about 50, 60 matches. We're going to need players like him. We're going to need players like him when somebody gets injured or suspended, or simply if we want to rest one of the front three. And the best thing about Ben Arfa as well is he can also play in a number of roles. You could play him at advanced midfield role, you could play him wider, you could even deploy him as a false nine. So I think coming in, he gives Luis Enrique a lot of different options, and it's certainly something that we need to think about somebody coming off the bench and giving us something a bit different. He's not predictable, you don't know what he's going to do, and that could be a massive, massive asset for us next season. Nothing is signed yet, nothing is a done deal yet, but let me know down below your thoughts. If Hatem Ben Arfa was to sign this summer, what have you thought of the clips I've just shown you? What I've done, guys, is I've shrunk them and I've done that split screen simply to avoid copyright. I wanted to do this video, I wanted to show you some of Hatem's best moments, but what I didn't want to happen was for the video to get taken down, because the Premier League and Liga 1 are two of the worst leagues on YouTube for copyright issues. So I've done that. What I have done though, I've made sure that you could see everything, because I hate those black bars on YouTube where they cut out half the screen, you can't really see the ball, everything like that. So I've made sure that I've shrunk it all into one so you can still see it. Let me know what you thought of this video down below. It's been great as always doing a video here, guys. I want to hear your comments though. It looks like it's closer and closer now to being done. done, but nothing's sealed yet. So let me know down below. I'll see you very, very soon. But until then, as always, Vesca el Barça!